Can you guys see me, like, doing nothing on my laptop? Because I can see a video. I don't know how delayed it is. Okay, so I can see video feed on mine, but it's super delayed. So hopefully it's working for everybody else. Fingers crossed. I'm just gonna get started now. Okay. Oh, I should probably turn off the volume on my laptop so you guys don't hear everything being played back, delayed. Okay, so I'm not really gonna be looking at the chat while I work, but like in between things, here's my to-do list. In between, I'm gonna like look at the chat and all that, and you guys can like do whatever you like, I guess. I'm just gonna do all my work and things. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with my notes about complex numbers. That's fun. Okay, I'm getting out some binder paper. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna be talking very much because, you know, gotta do my work. I'm gonna start out drawing my headers with this brush pen. Oh, in case you were wondering, these are the notes that we took in class with the teacher, and it's in like a packet style thing with all the questions and like stuff. I'm good at explaining things, but it's kind of scattered and hard to see what's the most important thing to know. So I wanted to write them in a more condensed and clear form. What's the date? The 7th? I think so. One second, I'm gonna check on something to make sure this is actually showing up. Okay, let's go. 2. I'm gonna go on. Oh, by the way, if you see someone in the chat named Jasmine S, that's me on my personal account. Okay. This looks quite promising. Nothing's broken yet. Oh my god, it's showing up for me on my personal account. It's really delayed though. But that's fine with me. Delayed is fine. But you're gonna hear it playing back. Let me turn this off now. Today's theme color is going to be this blue color, which is new. I just got this yesterday. My Mildliner collection is growing. This is a pretty bad title. Like, I'm fine with the way I wrote it, but just the title. Ugh. I don't know how to think of titles. I'm just going by what's written here. Okay. I'm gonna get out my writing board, because I don't want to... What's the word? Like, carve into this thing. Desk. Board. I don't know. 1 second. Okay, 1 second, I'm gonna check the chat. I should really clean this. This is the most important thing. So box it. Drag, spelled syntax wrong. Okay. Of course, the first word I write is a typo, or a write. Oh, is that a thing? Sorry if I keep getting distracted. I'm looking at all the delayed stuff that's coming up on my laptop of the stream. Okay, I'm just gonna stop getting distracted. I'm sorry. Okay. I hate highlighting over whiteout because it like changes the color. forgot to make that a cursive I. Oops. This box was way too long. I didn't need that much. More examples of this. Yeah. Oh, these are all addition. Okay. Subtraction. This is a subtraction. Example. Why am I whispering? Okay. This problem is way too long. I don't need the addition. Just put another. Did I copy this wrong? Yeah, I copied. Oh my god, all this whiteout is ruining my aesthetic. Need a little space for the exponent rules. I'll just see how wide this question goes and then add it in like these exponent rules. Is this in frame? 1 second. It's so slanted. Whatever. I feel like I'm talking really quietly. Hopefully you can hear me. But I'm not saying much anyway, so it doesn't really matter. don't think I have enough space. Whoops. Well, it fits. I'll just put the title on the side instead of like on top of the box. Oh boy, I can't fit the word exponent. There we go. That works. Okay, now I'll need to flip to the other side for whatever comes next. Division, I'm assuming. Oh, next is about conjugates. Okay, so I'll put that in as like a box on top. Oh, complex conjugates. Okay. Well, I'm not changing the title now. Oops. I'll just white out. White out solves every problem, except when it bleeds through to the other side. I had a friend who, whenever she whited things out, she would white out on both sides of the paper, because that way you couldn't see wherever it bled through, but like here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera actually, but that's not the main concern right now. Okay, so division. Oops, I dotted that I. Whatever. It'll blend in with the lines of the paper. I hate when division's written in fraction form. Like, it's more convenient than the little division sign. But then you have to take up 2 lines to write it out. I drew a little koala here, looks like. That's kind of cute, I guess. I just realized you can't see my facial expressions. But it's strange that I drew a koala when I should have been taking notes in math. Well, we can't all be good at focusing every minute. I hope you can't hear me, like, swallowing or breathing. 'Cause that would be pretty gross. I don't think I want to hear that. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna check the chat for 1 second. Okay, so yeah, it's a lot blurrier than I expected it. Blurrier than I expected it would be. Because I'm filming it on my phone. I don't have like an actual camera or anything. So I guess it's the resolution of my phone screen. But I suppose if it was in really high resolution, it would be a pain. Because then it would take up so much... What's the word? Okay, I'm totally blanking on the word right now, but it would just like... way too much internet data usage. Let's see. Also, Joyce asks, what math am I in? I'm in Algebra 2. Algebra 2 Accelerated, but it's like almost the same as regular Algebra 2. It's just a fancier word, I guess. I don't know. Okay, back to this division. Oh, this note I forgot to add in. I'm just copying this down because it's break. I don't feel like actually doing the questions. Although I think I kind of have to, because I have to review all this stuff. It's on my to-do list, so... Oh wait, it doesn't say to review math. It says to review biology. Ha ha. Okay, where was I? Right. More in here. Okay, it's division, and then this is factoring. Oh, I already did these notes, so I'm gonna put this away. I should really tilt my paper the correct way when I draw these lines, because then it's slanted, because my paper is slanted. Okay. Oops, forgot to write 1. Need the step numbers. Numerator. I should probably go back with whiteout and fix that, but eh. Why is denominator such a long word? Oh my god. Denominator. I don't even know. Okay, step 2. Simplify. This is also simplify. This is also simplify. So, and this is... I know it has all the steps written here, but I want to write it in a way that makes sense to me, not like the textbook definition. These new textbooks for, like, I don't know if these textbooks are used in all of America, but in California we have springboard books now for math. At least up until pre-calc for now. And they're like basically workbooks with definitions on the side. I guess they're good. I don't know. I'm not like an education. I don't know things about how education works, so I'm just gonna assume that the people at the state headquarters or whatever it's called, the education center or whatever, know what they're doing. Okay, those are my notes. I'm gonna go back and trace these, cause why not? I usually do this really, really fast, so it looks really, it's not like perfectly tracing all the colored parts, but you know, sometimes having little white spaces looks artistic and cool, right? Let's go with that. Oh, that one was weird. I don't know what I did. Is it just me, or do all math teachers have like the most perfect, neat writing ever? Like, all of my math teachers had beautiful, neat little letters. I'm so jealous of them. I mean, like, I like my own writing, I suppose. Theirs is so neat, it looks printed. It's insane. A lot of study blurs on here with, like, perfect, tiny handwriting. Okay. Yeah, I finished the... Right, I just tried to click this end of the pen. I'm really on top of my game today. Okay, and then my quadratic summary. So, we recently finished our unit on factoring quadratic equations. Well, we haven't really finished it, but break basically signifies the end of whatever we were doing before. So I'm going to call it finished. I have a lot of papers on factoring. Okay, so this is one I made before, and I like it, I guess, but I want to put, like, the step explanations I did on this, because, like, it makes sense right now, but at the end of the semester, I'm going to look back when I'm studying for finals and be like, what does this even mean? I am so confused. So I want to make it easy for my future self. So I'm just going to redo this with all the step... Oh, forgot to put this away. With all the step information. Do you like my decorated binder tabs? It took me a long time. I don't know why I called it a binder. It's an expanding file, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna go get some more binder paper. These few sheets are all stuck together. Okay, cool. Okay, title. Oh my god, I spelled this. I cannot spell at all today. Oh, how am I gonna write over the whiteout with this pen? I've never had to do this before. Normally I can, like, spell properly. Okay, that works. Boy. Quadratic. I always have trouble crossing my T's, and I don't know why. Probably should use a marker for this part of the title, but whatever. It's all good. Okay. I'm going to fold this like I did here. How many sections is this? 6 sections? Should I do 6 sections this time? Let me consider. Okay. Factoring, I think I'll need 2 sections, because there's factoring and then there's factoring for ones where the first coefficient isn't 1. Sum of squares, all the same, pretty much. Difference of squares is all the same as well. Completing a square also has a version where the first coefficient isn't 1. It's like different a little bit. And quadratic formula is quadratic formula. But I don't want to do 7 sections. Okay, I can do 8 sections and then this thing again. Things to be careful about. Oh no, it's smudged. Okay. Hopefully these sections will all be big enough. I'll write small. I can do that. I mean, normally my handwriting's always half the line height of the section, but I can make an exception. That kind of rhymed, I guess. Oh, these boxes are so small. Okay. Whenever it comes to these folding things for like, whenever teachers are like, okay, fold your papers in half or whatever, I always have to fold it like perfectly straight. I don't even know why. I'm trying not to be such a perfectionist because it's like causing me so much stress. Oh my god. Calm yourself. I'm gonna be calm. I'm fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, factoring. I should use a different color, huh? I'll just use a darker color so I can draw over this. Let's go with, not gray. What are my darker colors? Red is my darkest color, I think. Let me try to find it. Here it is. Okay. Let me close this lid. What went wrong? Oh, wow, okay. Oh wait, can I unscrew this? Oh my god. I want to see what the inside of a Mildliner looks like. Cool. Okay, I hope this doesn't happen, like, in my bag or something, and it just explodes and the ink goes everywhere. It's never happened to me before, but, like, some of my friends, people I know, have had their pens explode and ruin their stuff. Factoring. Yeah, I should write smaller. This isn't gonna fit. Okay. Set equal to 0. This is factor. I don't even know. It's just the thing where you do the thing. I'm just gonna assume that all of you guys have taken Algebra 1 and know how this works. I mean, I'm not really teaching this to you, huh? I'm just writing it down. Drat. It's not gonna fit. don't like how these combine into like an ugly green, brownish green. When I was in like 2nd grade, I used to call that brownish green color porta potty brown or something like that. I don't even know why. I mean, I'm sure you can imagine why. I don't want to explain that. Okay. Solve for x. Okay. Next I'll do grouping. If we need to write the date. I don't know any question examples. Let me check my notes. I have my factoring notes in here somewhere. Okay. Imaginary units, homework, complete with factoring. Here we go. Oh, it's also red. Factoring notes. Should put these back. Okay. Here's an example. Here we go. Excuse me. I don't even know if you heard that. It's like a weird hiccup, burp, cough thing. That's a little too much information that no one needed to know. Okay. I don't even know how to explain this. I'm just gonna hope that future me understands. Okay. Like, separate the middle term? What is it? That doesn't even mean anything. It's basically what two numbers sum to this and multiply to this times this. Maybe future me can watch this video back and figure out what's going on. What was I gonna do? I keep getting distracted. Sorry, I'm on break mode and I'm not able to focus right now. Okay. So, and then this is factor. Like, what is this? Like, take out like terms. Take out doesn't make sense. Factor out like terms. Common factors, there's the word. Okay. And the next is just rewriting this and this, because this is a common factor of these two terms. I'll just put a ditto because I don't want to write that. And then you would solve for x. So I'm going to write out the whole equals 0 thing again. Wait, I have to write equals 0 here. Whoops. Oh no, I forgot. Zero property doesn't fit in this line. Is that right? I hope so. If I'm wrong in any of this, just like put it in the chat and I'll fix it. Wait, why did I set these equal to 0? What am I doing? These should be equal to x. Okay. So, I'm just gonna throw these to the side. Next is difference of squares. I was gonna write that it's equal to 0. Set equal to 0. Okay. Then factor, I forgot to write the number. This line is so slanted. Not gonna let that bother me. Okay. Oh my god, I keep getting distracted. That's right. Right, maybe. Okay, next is sum of squares. Oh my god, it bothers me so much that this is smudged. Come on. Now this is uneven. Ah. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore this. Cover it up. Don't look at it. Okay, I've been told that I hold my pen really weirdly. It's like it's like a fist, and then I just stick it through. I don't know why I write like that. I don't know anybody who writes like the very proper way, but I don't know what point I had with this tangent. I just wanted to let you know that I'm fully aware that I hold my pen very strangely. There's no need to, like, comment about it. I mean, I know no one here is, like, outright mean, but some people on the internet who aren't as part of the Study Blur community are quite rude about everything. Is it gonna fit? I'm gonna write the steps. God, are they gonna fit? Might have to break out my really thin-tipped pens for this. Property fits. I made it fit. You're gonna fit. At words, you're gonna fit. Okay. I feel like I've gone senile or something. I'm just sitting alone in my room yelling at my letters. I mean, I know I'm not truly alone. Like, I can see y'all there on the live chat, but it feels like I'm alone because no one's in this, like, no physical person is in this room. Okay. Complete the square. I'm gonna write complete square and then just write the in pen so it can be smaller. And I'm gonna use 2 sections for complete the... Oh my god, I tried to cap my pen in this cap. Lovely. Okay, so I'm gonna divide this section in half. So first I'm gonna do one where the coefficient is 1. This first coefficient. What was I talking about? Right, I'm gonna do this question. Oh my god. I'm very out of it. Oops. Should say 4, not -5. I was reading the wrong line. By the way, I don't know if I said this, but thanks for tuning in, watching this. Because I really didn't want to be just sitting here talking to absolutely nobody. What do I call this? Isolating the terms with X in them? I guess so. Dread, this isn't gonna fit. Okay. Okay. And this is number 4. Factor side. Square root both sides. What did I do here? Isolate X. Okay. Solve for X. Okay. The next one's gonna take a long time. Let me find my notes about completing the square. Because I need an example question, and I don't want to write one. Because writing one takes forever. You have to figure out what numbers would work and which one would give you a weird, not easy number. Non-even number, like square root of 7 cube plus, I don't even know. I'm just saying random words. Okay, complete the square. Any example questions? Oops, sorry. Cool. squared minus 30x minus 3 equals 0. Maybe I'll just not use this box and let this problem extend into this box, because these problems are really long. Yeah, I don't think I need this section, because I have this paper, so I can just cut this out and tape it. Okay, or not tape it, like staple it. I really hope the steps will fit on this side. I should squeeze my letters closer together. What is this? What is this? Okay. Let's write out the steps so I can figure out what in the world I'm doing. 1 set equal to 0. 2. Isolate x terms. That doesn't even make sense, but it'll do. I don't know how else to explain it. Add to make perfect square trinomial. That doesn't really fit. Okay, 4. Simplify and factor. That's like 2 at once. Simplify and factor. Oops, that's not 2. That should be a 5. Okay, step 5 is to isolate squared term. What's the next step? Where was I? Here I am. Square root both sides. I'm just going to skip all the simplification steps. I don't want to do all the multiplying and stuff on this piece of paper. X minus 3. Wait, that should say 5, not root 5. Sorry about that. Where was I again? Here I am. I'm very distracted. Is that really simplifying? It's also rationalizing the denominator. Whatever. No one's gonna be reading these notes besides me, so it doesn't have to be perfectly correct. Yay, it actually all fit in this box. Wow. Okay. I don't think this is gonna fit in this box, because this box is like filled. The last thing is quadratic formula, which is just a formula. I don't have to write anything out. X equals negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. Do any of you guys know that song that's supposed to help you memorize it? I never learned it, I just memorized it. Okay, and then I'm going to do that thing where I trace the letters again. I'm going to go as fast as I can. The letters are so close together. That looks like a Q. Whatever. Grouping doesn't make sense, so I'll know it's a G. Why do we even have the letter Q? It's such a pointless letter. It's just K. Like, question could just be K-U-E. Or square could be a K instead of a Q. Or like, unique. You could just replace the whole Q-U-E thing with a K or a CK if you want it to look nice. But then again, QUE makes the I like an E sound. If it just said like UNIK, it would be like unique. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just speculating about how some letters are unnecessary. Like, the letter X is totally useless. It can be replaced by KS and Z. Like, in xylophone, it would be Z. In, like, fox, it would be KS. Also, C can be replaced by K and S. Like, why do we have C? It's just two letters combined into one unnecessary letter. I have just very strong feelings about these unnecessary letters. Oh my god, my hand is really sore. Yay, I did it. It's definitely not as pretty as this one, but it'll do. And it's more explanations, so that's even better. Okay. Get another thing done. It's been like an hour. I'm surprised that people are still there. Watching me write things for an hour must be really boring. Then again, why am I doing this if it's boring? I guess it's like forcing me to stay focused while I study because people are watching me. I'm being recorded. Okay, I'm gonna go get my bio binder to review for biology. Biology. Okay. What was I gonna do? Notes. Notes. Okay, so right now we're in Unit 2. These are all the notes from Unit 1. Here's all the notes from Unit 2. Okay, so we've already had a quiz about these. So I'll go for these first. pH scale. I'm not going to rewrite these notes. These are like nice looking notes that I don't want to rewrite. There's no point in me rewriting them anyways. Okay, summary. Okay, I don't know how I would review these. can do a practice quiz. That works. Let me get a notebook. No, that's not good. I'll just get a piece of scrap paper. Let's see. This just says the word bucket on it. I don't know why. Why did I just write the word bucket? That's so weird. Okay. pH scale. Oh my god, my hand hurts so much. Maybe I'll take a break. My friend Tiffany messaged me and said that she can't watch this stream because of parental controls. That sucks because I didn't know my videos were set to like an age limit or something. And I don't know how to change those also. I haven't set them to like 18 plus or anything because there's nothing inappropriate in my videos. Like, I don't post anything inappropriate ever. Period. But I don't know why they'd be restricted. Maybe it's for... Maybe parental controls are set to like a time limit. I'm not certain. Let's see. While we wait for my hand to get less tired, I'll show you my washi tape collection. How's that? Okay. I don't have very much right now. I keep them in a chocolate frog box from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter when I went there last summer. And the card I got was Rowena Ravenclaw, which is cool. I'm a Ravenclaw, so it was nice to get my house founder card. Okay. So, this is a popsicle stick. Because these came on really big rolls and they were taking up too much space in this little box. So I just wrapped them around a popsicle stick. And it's a craft popsicle stick, not one that I've eaten a popsicle off of, because that would be kind of gross. These two I got from Daiso, which is like a Japanese dollar store. Oh wait, I'm going to move this box. It's casting weird shadows. Okay. And yeah, I got both of these for $1.50, which is a really good deal. They're like nice little flower patterns. These I got from Amazon, and they all came in a set. I think they were like $7 total. And yeah, they're different pastelish colors. Pink, green, yellow, corally red, teal, blue, green. Yep. Okay, this one's pink, and I don't know where I got it. I've just had it in my house for a very long time. Yeah, it has like little text on it. I don't know if you can see that. I don't even know what this means. You know when you get things from China and they say English words on them, it doesn't really make sense. That's kind of what it says. This box doesn't close all the way because of the popsicle stick. Okay, back to work. So, pH scale. Flip this over so it doesn't say bucket. Okay. So, acids release H+. hydrogen ions. And a base will release hydroxide, which is OH minus. Okay, pH scale. These questions are all pretty easy. I don't know how much I could quiz myself. I think these notes are pretty easy in general. Okay. The pH of acid precipitation is below 5.5. Precipitation. Ocean acidification. We've already been tested on ocean acidification and coral bleaching. We'll quiz. This is a summary. Organic compounds. Oh no, it did that thing where when you draw a line and the ink pools on the tip. Ugh, okay. Wait, it's OCFIC. Stands for... Why is there carbon everywhere? Oh wait, I should put the 4 types. How many valence electrons does carbon have? Carbon has 4 valence electrons. Carbon bonds well. It does not bond well with honk, even though that's what it looks like to me. Carbon bonds well with 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, honk is actually a good acronym to remember these. I'm gonna remember that. Hopefully I don't think that the K in honk, hopefully I don't think this honk ends in K, because then I'm gonna think it's potassium. Okay. Functional groups is going to be fun to memorize. Okay, so there's hydroxyl, carbonyl, carboxyl. What's the next one? Methane? No, that doesn't even make sense. Amino, phosphate, is that it? Then there's a methyl. I knew I was going somewhere with methane, but... Methyl technically isn't a functional group, so it's totally fine if I didn't get that right. Okay. I think I'll do something with how they change the names. Functional groups are hydrophilic because they are polar. That's a very short blank, but whatever, I can go over the blank length. It's my practice test and I do what I want. Okay. Example. Okay, hydroxyl ends in blank. Example. Carbonyl, so hydroxyl ends in ol instead of e. For example, methanol. Carbonyl ends in al instead of e. For example, methanol. Methanol is also known as formaldehyde. Cool. So there are 2 types of carbonyl. Ketone. This is aldehyde. Okay, so I'm going to remember that ketone is within the chain because keys go on chains. That's pretty creative, huh? I just make up these stupid ways to remember things, and they kind of work. Like honk, keychain. Okay, carbonyl. Carboxyl. The next time I review these, I'll go by the structure, but for now I'll just go by names, because it's kind of interesting. It ends in oic acid. So methane would be methanoic acid. So this ends in ol, and this ends in al, and then this is oic acid. Okay, amino group. Oops, grop. Grop is a word. Ends in amine. Wow, okay. Amine. That kind of makes sense. Okay, and then phosphate and methyl we didn't really learn about, at least in this notes lecture. Okay, so I guess, let me double check what I thought. Oic acid, ol, al. Okay, time to take this fake test. I'm ready. An acid, I guess I'll do it in pen. An acid releases H+. Base releases OH-. pH scale ranges from 0 to 14. Is below 5.5. Oh, I should put my notes away to prove that I'm not cheating on my fake test. OCFIC stands for organic compounds found in cells. 4 types: lipid, carbohydrate. What's the other ones? Nucleic acid. There's one more. Let me think. Carbohydrate, lipid, nucleic acid. I'm blanking. I'll come back to this. Carbon has 4 valence electrons. The bonds well with honk. That's actually pretty helpful. Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon. Hydrocarbons end in ane. For example, methane. Hydroxyl ends in ol. For example, methanol. Carbonyl ends in al. Oh, I forgot to put example blanks. Whatever. I can deal with not having it being perfect. I will learn to deal. Oic acid. So it would be methanoic acid, which is also known as formaldehyde. Formaldehyde. It is formaldehyde, but I spelled methanoic wrong. Amino group ends in amine. So methamine. Sure that methamine has an actual name, but I didn't write it down, or at least I don't remember writing it down. Functional groups are hydrophilic because they are polar. Ketone versus aldehyde. Ketones are in the chain because keys go on the chain, on the keychain. Aldehydes are at the end. Okay. Let me check my answers. Okay. The acid releases... Wait, wrong notes. Acids release H+. Oh, a base doesn't release hydroxide technically. It accepts H+. I guess I could say has more. This is correct. Has more. Okay, the question was wrong. Let's go with that. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing, to be honest. Okay. pH scale ranges from 0 to 14. That's correct. pH of acid precipitation is below 5.5. 5.5. Oh, I didn't fill in the other OCFIC. Sorry about that. I just hit the microphone. What is it? Come on. Carbohydrates, lipids, nucleic acids, proteins. There we go. Proteins. Let's see how correct that was. Yep. There we go. Kind of bothers me that this is plural, but these aren't. I'm gonna fight it out. Okay, carbon has 4 valence electrons and it bonds well with honk. Hydrocarbons end in ane. That's correct. Functional groups are hydrophilic because they are polar. Hydroxyl ends in ol, methanol. Carbonyl ends in al, methanol. The difference is that ketone is in the chain and aldehyde at the end. Okay, amino groups end in amine. Wait, I skipped this. Carboxyls end in oic acid. That's correct, and that's correct. Okay, next time I think when I do the practice test, I'll switch the order. Because I feel like I might just be memorizing the order of these instead of associating these together. Cool. Well, I think that's about it for today then. I finished everything. Let's see the chat. Oh, okay. Nicole says, like the grammatically incorrect Mandarin English translations. I know exactly what you mean. I think that's referring to when I said things from China, the words don't make sense. Yeah, I agree. And a lot of times, like, you know how people in America use not letters, like characters from other languages, like Japanese, Chinese, Korean, as like aesthetic things? And people from China use English as an aesthetic thing, even though it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel about it. And sometimes it also is really bad translations. But I don't blame them. It's not really their fault. Like, I'm Chinese. My first language was Chinese. Although my best language is English because I speak it the most often. And, like, both languages are really different, so it's hard to translate. Like, I don't really... I'm fluent in both, so I can translate, but if you're not fluent in both, translating must be really hard. Especially with Google Translate. Because Google Translate, like, no to Google Translate. Okay, I think... Let's see, what else is going on in the chat? Not much else. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. That's about it for today. I'll see you in my next live stream. I'm probably gonna do more, I guess, because it forces me to like focus and do my work. Anyway, see ya in my next video if you're gonna watch it, or in my next live stream if you're gonna watch it. Okay, bye!